one they've come out with has been better than the last two.
Yeah, dude, they know what the hell they're doing. If DC
That's
could
Batman
just
at
apply
its
that,
peak, dude. That's
at
Batman
its
at its peak.
So
we would be in a better place.
Here's how I feel about Metal Gear Solid 5. I started playing Metal Gear Solid 5 like when it came out. I believe one of the Batman games was out that I hadn't tried yet. I had I was kind of in a backlog. I was playing Metal Gear Solid. I finished Metal Gear Solid. It was the most spectacular, Metal Gear Solid 5 to be specific. It was the most spectacular game I've ever played in my life. Went to go play the Batman. I believe it was Arkham City or it was Arkham Knight, but it fell completely flat from Metal Gear Solid 5. Have either of you two played this game by any chance?
No.
Nah, dude. You're on your own here.
I've played one of the Metal Gear games,
tell you
and
what.
that was, I think, PS1.
We'll create a segment where you review video games.
I mean, we can do this all day.
That's
But
what I
yes,
mean.
we'll
I
have
don't
a
want to do
segment.
this all day. I'm about to give you a snoring effect, or even
Give him Leax.
one of these cricket sounds. Since nobody's asking me, my favorite things.
I asked you.
He
like,
did ask you.
I asked you
He
like
asked you like a million times.
Yeah, I've asked you like 3 times already.
Since nobody is
Just so everyone
asking me-
knows, 3 equals a million.
That's right. So my favorite TV show of all time, I'd have to say, are The Simpsons. Close second.
This guy jizzed his pants when Universal announced their Simpsons section.
Oh, totally, dude. I was a very happy person. And I have a Universal annual pass, all that good stuff. So I like going to Springfield. And and you got your others, you got your South Parks, your Family Guys, all that good stuff.
All the classic college stuff right there. At least when we were in college.
Yeah, word.
It was my go-to.
As far as favorite musical guests, I'm talking Rage Against the Machine, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, Chili Peppers. You got Muse. Those are like my top guys. Tom Petty.
Want to hear something funny, you guys?
Yeah, man.
I went to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers live last year, and that was the first time I listened to their whole album.
Jesus. Like, did they play the album front to back or what?
No, they probably played, I'd say, about 70% of the album, so that constitutes the album for me. But they were up there for like almost 2 hours.
Cool, man.
A hell of a show.
I don't have a favorite video game. I don't have a favorite sports team. Gun to my head, of course, the Dodgers, because I happen to have paraphernalia by them. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and run with that, if that's cool with everybody. No, I've loved the Dodgers for many, many years. Going to a game tomorrow, in fact, as an alumni of my alma mater. We're all getting
First
together.
time, I believe the Dodgers are hosting Cal Poly Pomona night.
Yeah. It's going to be really cool. We're going to get a really cool green and gold LA cap.
An epic.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
The colors of the good old...
It looks like a lot of people are hyped up because they sold out of tickets the first day. They sold out of tickets the first day.
Yeah.
And then they had to open up tickets again, and they sold within an hour. So people are super stoked. It's going to be a good time. Oh, yeah! That's right. Go Dodgers.
Yeah, man. So, cool. So, moving on. I was hoping I would be able to review Deadpool. Deadpool 2, matter of fact.
Better hope faster there, pal.
You have... so, what are your thoughts on Deadpool 1, Fu?
Deadpool 1, I don't have a pleasant memory the first time I saw Deadpool 1, so let me revert you to the second time I saw
Well, hang on. I got an
Deadpool
intro
1.
and a bed for this segment. If we're going to talk about showbiz,
Sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and talk over this very, very lovely music. Okay, go. Deadpool 1.
Deadpool 1, I got to say it was not a good experience the first time I saw it, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, we heard about that in the last podcast when you took way too many edibles and had to bail.
Don't do that. And by bailing, that means falling asleep during half of the movie.
Yes, it does.
Anyways, but Deadpool 1 was really good. Introduced, I think, a great spin to the Marvel Universe. And at the time, it was a Fox product.
Yeah.
And now it's in Disney's hands, so really excited to see future Deadpools. I really like the one that just came out too.
Dude,
you saw
Deadpool
it
2 was so sick. I saw it at the drive-in, and that was dope as fuck. I don't go to the drive-in that much, and
I don't think anyone does.
No, there's people there. There's some sketchy motherfucking people there, but they were there.
Like I
that's
said.
how they were spending that Friday evening. So
That's the kind of company you're in, huh?
yeah. So I went ahead and wrote a review. But one of the things that I wanted to make sure that people pay attention to, because if you're anything like the Foo, you really aren't cultured. You don't know anything about anything. Like, you just don't know. You don't know shit. Like, your excuse your entire life is, man, that happened before I was born, dog. And it shouldn't matter, dude.
Dramatic
you should just know.
much?
Yeah. It shouldn't. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't choose to be stupid like that. Especially since everybody has a fucking computer in their pocket every day. You can Google everything.
What's that called?
Fuck off. So one of the things that I really enjoyed was the ad promotion leading into Deadpool 2. Freaking Ryan Reynolds, dude, is taking the bull by the horns. He's grabbing it by the dick. He's making it squirt on everybody.
He's doing what Jose wants to do.
Yes.
Grab him by the dick.
One of the posters that I saw was from the studio that killed Wolverine. I just thought that was fucking hilarious. One thing to pay attention to also
Please
is
pay attention to all of the visual cues the movie gives you.
the Easter eggs and references were freaking great. There and if I'm gonna do everyone a favor, if you don't know the song "Take on Me," the 80s song, and watch that video, you need to watch this video to watch this movie and know where it's referencing it, because I don't know what it did to me. It tickled a specific funny bone where I got the giggles.
His
dude.
prostate.
I couldn't stop laughing for like 3 minutes. It was so funny.
It was
so subtle, too, but so funny.
It's funny because that literally doesn't spoil a thing either.
No.
So
And, stay for the end credits. Do I need to tell you that?
the
about a
end
Marvel
credits
film?
are so good.
They're pretty fucking good.
We'll spoil it in this sense. There's a mid credits and end one, so there's 2 end credits.
Yeah.
So that's
It's
as far
dope.
as we'll spoil it for
And
everyone.
you already know about Deadpool, he likes to break the fourth wall. He likes to talk to his audience, and
Does a lot of that.
and it's great. So,
And then it's good.
So he doesn't disappoint. He brings back a lot of those
Oh,
old
dude.
kind of gags that he had in the last movie. But as far as emphasizing a couple different parts and building on it, how would you feel it adds to the additional, like, first part of the movie? Does it complete them both? Does it make him like, okay, these 2 movies can exist as a set, or sometimes, you got to cut off that one?
Yes.
It's
The
right
answer is
there.
yes.
Awesome. Great.
yeah, dude.
Perfect.
He does all that shit. So here's my review. This is what I wrote down. This is what I plan on putting
You mean the
on
thing you've been talking about for
the last
already?
5 minutes. Some shit like that. Anyway, so Deadpool 2 delivers in every possible way. Those who went in having seen the first one cannot say it wasn't just as good. This one has a great amount of wit and love for subtle or obscure references that would remind a special breed of comedy nerd to that of The Simpsons during their golden years. It's a comedy before anything else. This is Ryan Reynolds at his absolute best. He owns this character and is having a blast doing it, and his enthusiasm is gravitational, and it locks you in almost immediately, like as soon as the movie starts. So overall, I give it a 8.5 out of 10. I think it was a very strong movie, and
it sounds like you liked it,
I did, man.
especially after that little
I did.
little prologue you went off there, huh? Nice job.
Thanks, man. So, those are my thoughts. I mean, would you agree?
I thought the movie was super witty, and the guest appearances were really satisfying. I can't go as elaborate as this guy without spoiling the movie, so just go see it. That's all I got
just
to
go
say.
freaking see it. David, have you seen it?
No, I have not. So that's why I'm kind of taking this all in.
We didn't spoil anything.
No,
right?
no. That's
Yeah,
excellent.
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah. Check it out, man. Worth your time.
Yeah,
One of the
dude,
better
totally.
Marvel movies.
And so what I'm excited about next is Solo. That's coming out this Friday or Thursday night into Friday.
Interesting enough, because you know how the movies come out, to pre-release audiences, the A celebrities, a week before, 10 days before.
Yeah.
So the movie, greenlit to whatever the previewing, the first showing of the movie to the critics, and then after they showed it a day later, they greenlit a Lando Calrissian film.
No way.
So before they even released Solo, they've already announced that they're going to make the sequel, which is going to star Lando, which is going to star Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, man. That guy's
He's on fire
a true
right now.
Renaissance man. That guy's on freaking fire.
Oh, yeah. we should talk about some of his stuff in the segment. That would be good.
Yeah, dude. But let's talk about Solo.
It looks pretty good. Or recast of Han Solo as a younger guy.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's going to show backstory. Really forward to seeing Donald Glover. If I'm being honest,
Really forward to looking.
Really forward to looking, because I love me a looking.
You love yourself some looking, huh?
Yeah, sure does. Really looking forward to seeing pretty much how the story unfolds, I guess. I don't know how to feel about all these new Star Wars coming out, but I can appreciate them. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I've seen some of the reviews, and I think even in Rotten Tomatoes, it's doing well. I don't think it's in the 80s, but I think it's like in the high 70s. It's still fresh. Can you look that up, David?
Han Solo?
Well, yeah,
It's just called Solo, a Solo story,
a
Star Wars story, a Star Wars
Stupid.
story.
Yeah, so
well, Deadpool's got a 66 on Metacritic. Solo's got a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 63 on Metacritic. And I think Deadpool has like an 88 on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Totally,
like that.
and that's about accurate, I would say. Directed by Ron Howard, written by Jonathan Kasdan and Lawrence Kasdan. Based on the classic characters from George Lucas, it should play out to be some interesting stuff. I'm really excited to see what they do with Chewie.
I like it in the fact that they're retelling like the older stories of Star Wars, but now that technology is so advanced that they can make these movies look really cool now.
Yeah, they don't need models anymore.
Yeah.
It's all on green screen.
It's all green
But they
screen,
make it look good.
CGI. I mean, they can
pulling
make
it
the
off,
movies
man.
look badass.
Big budget.
But I'll say it again. I'm not a fan of the, little side stories of these Star Wars films, but I can appreciate them.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, good for you. So that concludes our showbiz talk and reviews. I wanted to move forward with this really cool thing that we found online. And David, we're going to make you a part of this. If everybody already knows this Yanni Laurel thing that's been going on, where depending on what frequency your ears pick up, you're hearing either Yanni or Laurel. This one puts that shit to sleep, son. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
So, David, you haven't heard of any of this malarkey on the internet?
No. So this is a good experiment here.
I've heard a couple videos of people doing it, and I think it's made its way onto Alan or something stupid like that.
Oh,
so,
it got real.
It's made the rounds. It's making the rounds.
Yeah. What else happened on Ellen that day, man?
I don't know, man. My Facebook feed only shows me what I like.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Ellen came out with a video where she caught one of her audience members stealing from her.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
That was embarrassing.
And she called him out, right?
Yeah, called him out
No,
straight up.
stealing
That's
what
funny.
though?
Okay,
Merchandise. Yeah.
All right. Well, here it goes.
Christ.
Hang on, I'm gonna press play. So, I'll describe it. This person. It seems like it's this person is holding a toy where if you press down on this toy that has like a little figurine on it, clear figurine on it, when he
Dude,
or
this
she
guy's
presses
nasty.
down, he or she will hear either the word brainstorm or green needle, depending on what you tell yourself you want to hear.
Yeah.
So think brainstorm, and you'll hear brainstorm. If you think green needle, you're gonna hear green needle. It's freaking trippy. So, don't tell me.
How long is this video, by the way?
Oh, dude,
Josie?
it's like 4 seconds. Don't even trip. So
Don't miss it, David.
But I'm gonna play it again and again and again to try to make my point. So let me put the volume
Don't
up
you dare.
a tad bit here. So David,
Here
don't
we
tell
go.
me. Be honest with yourself. Just let me know if you heard what you
Trust
think
your
you
heart.
heard. What did you hear there?
Green needle.
Green needle.
You heard green needle.
Yeah.
I was thinking brainstorm. That's what's weird though.
Mm,
I was thinking brainstorm straight up. I was like,
You wanna try
brainstorm,
that
and I
again?
heard green needle.
Yeah, let's try it
let's
again.
do it again.
you're the first person.
Oh, now I heard brainstorm now that I waited for it.
I was thinking brainstorm and I heard green needle. I keep hearing green
Oh,
needle.
dang. Now I hear
So
brainstorm.
you can't even hear brainstorm, is
No,
what you're saying.
I'm trying to hear
Well, you know what's
brainstorm,
crazy?
honestly.
The
That was
first time I heard it without, independent judgment.
Really, David, tell us more.
David.
Yeah.
All right, now try to see. Maybe your brain is stupid.
It's weird.